Hello everyone, and welcome to Sunday Anime Chat. I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You may call me Pop. And today we are going to go through the news of the week, and then we'll get on to the main event, which is Maris the Chojo. And I'd like to say a good morning to Jake D, Glory to Wupstotska, as always. So let's get on with it. Just go like this here and hit this here. And here we go. So, news of the week, courtesy of the Anime News Network. Let us see what strikes my fancy as I look through this. Dark Gathering TV Anime reveals summer 2023 debut. Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U-149. TV Anime's new video reveals staff cast April 2023 debut. Vic Mignogna petitions Supreme Court of Texas to review his lawsuit. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what's going to come of this. Petition claims Court of Appeals has upended numerous elements of established Texas law. A voice actor, Vic Mignogna, and his lawyers filed a petition on November 14th with the Supreme Court of Texas to review the decision in Mignogna's defamation lawsuit against Funimation voice actress Jamie Marchi and Monica Rial, and Rial's fiancé Ron Toy. Although the Tarrant County District Court and the Texas Second Court of Appeals have ruled against Mignogna, the voice actor and his lawyers argue the Court of Appeals upended numerous elements of the established Texas law in its ruling. Just taking a sip of my morning tea. Some double spice chai. Mignogna and his lawyers argue that the previous court's rulings disregarded the Rule 11 agreements, which let lawyers and parties to any lawsuit enter into a written agreement on any subject matter of the lawsuit, are interpreted and treated as contracts, and that unambiguous contracts may not be rewritten by courts. In addition, the petition claims that the court excluded Mignogna's second amended petition because it was filed in violation of the rewritten Rule 11 agreement. The petition claims the courts also made errors regarding the following points, determining that Mignogna is a public figure with insufficient evidence holding that a party can be involuntarily converted into a limited-purpose public figure by defending himself against defamatory statements, dismissing Mignogna's defamation claims, and ignoring testimony when the appeals court reversed and remanded the trial's court award of $100,000 to Rial and Toy's attorneys. Funimation, Marchi, Rial, and Toy all waived the filing of a response to the petition, but stated they will file a response if the court requests one. In August, the Texas Second Court of Appeals upheld the Tarrant County District Court's November 2019 judgment against Mignogna regarding the lawsuit. The court, however, also determined the attorney's fee amount initially awarded to Rial and Toy was less than what was supported by factually sufficient evidence. Therefore, the appeals court ordered the Tarrant County District Court to redetermine the awards that Mignogna must pay to Rial Toy for their attorney's fees. Otherwise, the appeals court rejected all points of Mignogna's appeal and affirmed the original ruling of the trial court. The appeals court also ordered Mignogna to pay all costs of this appeal. Sounds like they really came down on him. That's unfortunate. I like Vic Mignogna. I think he's a good voice actor. I've met him at one of the conventions that I was at. Very, very affable fella. Mignogna then made requests for a court rehearing and en banc reconsideration in which all of the judges of an appellate court participate in the rehearing on September 20th. On September 29th, the Texas Second Court of Appeals denied Mignogna's request for a court rehearing and en banc reconsideration. The court maintained its judgment made in August against Mignogna. Uncle Quoro? Over the course of his career, controversial voice actor Mignon has received multiple allegations of sexual harassment from both colleagues and fans, convention attendees, which came to a head in 2019 when Funimation ceased its working relationship with him. Mignon then sued both Funimation and voice actor colleagues Marchi and Riel, as well as Riel's fiancée Choi, for defamation. The court later dismissed these lawsuits. The judge ruled that Mignon must pay $223,000 in attorney's fees to the defendants. The judgment also ordered him to pay $15,000 in sanctions for a total of $238,000. Additionally, the judgment listed $287,500 in contingent fees that Mignon may have to pay if he chose to appeal. Yikes! The trial court based its decision on the Texas Citizens Participation Act. Like several other states, Texas passed this statute to prevent SLAP, strategic lawsuits against public participation, or lawsuits filed to stifle other people's freedoms of speech, association, and petition. Over the course of the lawsuit, multiple witnesses and alleged victims of Mignon's sexual advantage or unwanted affection came forward, including voice actress Kara Edwards, underage con attendees, convention staff, and industry professionals. Mignon has maintained that he's innocent and the allegations against him, or of the allegations. Well, he must think he can win if he's going to file an appeal. I guess we'll see what happens. That gets messy, all that court stuff. The only people who win in court is the lawyers. What else we got here? Nier Automata game crosses 7 million in shipments. Downloads. Nier Replicant Remaster crosses 1.5 million. Well, that's good. I mean, I haven't played Nier Automata, but it looks like a good game. Singer-songwriter Kira Akiyama arrested for alleged battery. Well, that's not good. Nier Automata version 1.1a anime casts Atsumi Tanizaka as Lily. Yu Hakusho. Yu Hokuo launches Mitsudome Setekaicho's manga. From Software's Elden Ring game wins 4 awards at Golden Joystick Awards. Yeah, I haven't played Elden Ring. I don't know if anybody else out there has. Tell me what you think about it. What do we got going on here? Kodansha USA licenses Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug, and Chat Noir. 15 more manga. Okay. I heard this is pretty popular in Europe. Tales of Ladybug and Chat Noir. The underground loves it. They love Elden Ring. I can't remember what it was he was playing, and I was watching those guys play. He platinumed the game. It's like Dark Souls. Okay. Platinumed the game. Wow. What was he playing? Oh, I watched the Underground play some of that new God of War. That seemed like an alright game. What else we got here in the world of anime news? Tatsunoko Pro reveals original pole dancing anime Pole Princess. Oh. Well, for those of you out there, there's a pole dancing anime. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Let's have a look here. Ryo Tsuchiya stars in youth anime about girls pole dancing. Tatsunoko Productions revealed a new original pole dancing themed anime project on Friday titled Pole Princess, including the anime's cast, staff, visual, and promotional video. Avex Pictures and Tatsunoko Pro are both credited for the original work. Hitomi Zoe, episode director for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure franchise. Kageki Shoujo Utano Princess Sama Revolutions is directing the anime at Tatsunoko Pro. Toku Machida, Wake Up Girls, Show by Rock, is writing the scripts, and Tomari is in charge of the original character designs. The anime stars Ryo Tsuchiya as Hinano Hoshikita, Anna Suzuki as Lilia Saijo, Yui Ogura as Mio Tusaka, and Minami Hinata as Subaru Nanyo. The story centers on Hirano, a very normal and mild-mannered 17-year-old girl. Since she was very young, her grandmother ran a planetarium that Hinano loved, but one day Hinano found out that the planetarium would be closing down. Hinano worried about whether there was anything she could do for her grandmother and for the planetarium. And she coincidentally one day catches sight of a woman dancing on a pole under a starry sky. She gathers her friends, and together they set up a stage in the planetarium to perform shows, and they jump into the world of pole dancing. The anime will host a live stream on November 30th featuring the 4 main cast members. Well, there you go. We'll see how that one goes, whether it's popular or not. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro's Second Attack TV anime second promo video previews opening theme. I haven't watched Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. You don't even. Are you speechless, Jake D? You just don't know what to say. It's all you can do is laugh. Really, it's you look at that. It's like, wow, a pole dancing anime. Saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. Anime reveals more cast opening song. World Trigger manga takes another 1-month break due to the author's health. Once again, mangaka being worked to death. These guys, they really need a break. It's like when G Gundam made the Neo Mexico colony into the shape of a sombrero. Yeah. A little too spot on, right? What else? Japan's video game. Oh yes, Japan's video game rankings. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on in the land of the rising sun with all their video games. Number 1, Pokemon Scarlet Violet. How many copies? 2.5 million copies. That's crazy. Splatoon 3 is number 2. Oh, PS5 is on there at number 3 with God of War Ragnarok. PS4 has Monochrome Mobius, Rights and Wrongs Forgotten. Back to the Switch, Tactics Ogre Reborn. Minecraft, Mario Kart 8, Card Fight, Vanguard Dear Days. Sympathy Kiss, Sonic Frontiers. Number 11 with the PS5 is Monochrome Mobius, Rights and Wrongs Forgotten. Back to the Switch, Nintendo Switch Sports. Suri Spirits, Sute Asoberu Suziokukan. Dragon Quest X Offline, Mezameshi Itsutsu no Shuzoku. Number 15 has the PS5 with Horizon Forbidden West. Back to the Switch with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl. Really? Huh. Harvestella. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 Special Price. And number 20, Mario Party Superstars. You hope the indie scene gets big in Japan and all the manga and video game dudes can stop working themselves to death? Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I know they're trying to make ends meet, but you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to work yourself to death to make ends meet. Mob Psycho 103 anime unveils final arcs promo video. Adam, the Beginning manga resumes after 9-month hiatus. What else? Jujutsu Kaisen Zero tops Weathering with You as 6th biggest anime film of all time globally. Okay. Oh, I'm watching Kankole Season 2. Anime's 4th episode delayed to December 15th. You gotta wait for a while now. 2 weeks? Okay. The official website for Kankole Itsuka Ano Ume De, or Kankole Someday in That Sea, the 2nd season of the Kankole anime, announced on Thursday that the anime's 4th episode is delayed to December 15th due to production circumstances. The anime will instead rerun its first 3 episodes, beginning with the first episode later tonight, and the 2nd and 3rd episodes over the following 2 Thursdays, December 1st and December 8th. The anime premiered in Japan on November the 3rd. The anime will have 8 episodes, as opposed to the usual one-cour television anime length of 11 to 13 episodes, as the production specifically wanted to heighten the quality by telling a more compact story with fewer episodes. And then it tells us who the cast is. The anime is based on a web browser game that launched in 2013 and is set in a world where humanity has lost control of the seas. The threat that has taken over the seas is the Abyssal Fleet. The only ones who can counter this threat are Kanmuso, fleet girls, girls who possess the spirit of naval vessels from days gone by. And these are obviously Japanese naval vessels. The first 12-episode TV anime series premiered in January 2015, and Crunchyroll streamed the series as it aired in Japan. Funimation released the series on DVD and Blu-ray with English subtitles and an English dub in June 2017. The Kantai Collection Kankole film opened in Japan in November 2016 and earned 560 million yen, that's about 5 million US, by March 2017. So I've watched the first series, the first season of Kantai Collection, and I thought it was really good. And I'm hoping the second season is just as good. I've watched the first 3 episodes, and I am enjoying it so far. That whole industry sounds like being in a West Virginia coal mine. Oh man. Delayed like Advanced Wars. Yeah, I know, Jake D. That's why I'm playing it though. Gotta play it on the original. Play the original until the next one comes out. Live action Candy Color Paradox series reveals more cast. Theme song artists. Still nothing that really catches my eye here. Batum, U18 spin-off manga ends. So I'm a Spider, So What manga spin-off listed as ending on the 6th volume. Anime Frontier hosts advanced screening of Shin Ultraman film. Penguin Random House's acquisition of Simon & Schuster terminated. Really? Huh. Yeah, because Paramount sold off Simon & Schuster. So I remember Simon & Schuster would publish all the Star Trek books and that. Publishing business Simon & Schuster's parent company, Paramount Global, did not extend the purchase agreement it had with Penguin Random House to acquire Simon & Schuster on Monday, terminating the purchase and forcing Penguin Random House to pay Paramount Global a $200 million termination fee. That's a hell of a termination fee. A federal judge blocked the Penguin Random House acquisition of Simon & Schuster earlier this month in agreement with the Justice Department's finding that the acquisition would have Penguin Random House hold unprecedented control and outsized influence over which books are published in the U.S. and how much authors are paid, saying the merger may be substantially to lessen competition. Penguin Random House sought to overturn the ruling with an appeal, but needed Paramount Global to extend the purchase agreement by Tuesday. Paramount Global's refusal to extend the agreement voided the acquisition. The New York Times cited a source saying that Paramount Global will likely pursue selling Simon & Schuster in 2023, will await a bid price that will match the publishing company's recent improved performance. Simon & Schuster's profits for the first 9 months of 2022 were up 29% compared to 2021. Huh. Yeah, Cha-ching is right, Jake D. Oh, you're going to terminate the contract, but you have to pay me $200 million to terminate it. Jeez, payday. And all you did was like reject, or just terminate it. What do we got here? Kindachi Case Files cat spin-off manga heads toward final stage. Ay. Okay. Dragon Quest Saga Emblem of Roto manga gets 2 side stories on December 2nd. Crunchyroll streams Natsume's Book of Friends Season 2, anime's English dub. New Yorosei Yatsura anime cast Shuhei Nakano. What do we got here? One Piece Odyssey Games trailer previews Hysteria Dungeons Bond Arts. I'm looking forward to this game when it comes out. Game launches on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S on January 13th, PC on January 12th. What, no Switch version? Bandai Namco Entertainment America began streaming on Monday a new gameplay trailer for the One Piece Odyssey game for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series XS, and PC via Steam. Video previews Hysteria side quests, dungeons, special moves, and bond arts. The trailer also shows more of Water 7, which Luffy and the Straw Hats crew revisit in the world of their memories. The game will launch on January 13th, 2023, delayed from the original planned 2022 release. The game will launch on PC via Steam on January 12th. No one loves us Switch people. I know, right? Come on. You guys should be able to figure out how to put a big game on the Switch. Bandai Namco Entertainment is accepting pre-orders with the following options. Standard Edition includes the base One Piece game. Okay, Deluxe Edition includes base game, Deluxe Pack, 2 jewelry accessories, the Sniper King traveling outfit, the Adventure Expansion Pack, 1 ultra useful accessory set, additional story DLC, 100,000 berries, and pre-order bonus, 10 times energy apples, 10 times excite apples, 3 times golden jellies, 100,000 berries, and traveling outfit set. Crazy. The limited edition bundle, available only through Bandai Namco store. You get the base game, an exclusive Luffy and Lim figurine, and a pre-order bonus, 10 times energy apples, 10 excite apples, 3 times golden jellies, 100,000 berries, and traveling outfit set. ILCA, I guess who did Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, is developing the JRPG, and Bandai Namco Entertainment is producing the game. Original manga editor Ichiro Oda is credited for the original story and character monster designs. Motoi Sakuraba, Tales of Series, is composing the music. The One Piece manga centers on Monkey D. Luffy, an aspiring pirate who, like many other pirates, dream of claiming the legendary One Piece treasure left behind by a legendary pirate. He gathers a crew and ship and explores the Grand Line in search of the treasure, while also confronting rival pirates and government navies along the way. Pretty much it. And a good morning to you, DJ Ronnie G. Thanks for stopping by. Just looking over the new One Piece Odyssey game. Will come out on January. Well, let's see here. Okay, so we got to go back here. Voice actor Kayuki Yanada passes away. He had roles in Slam Dunk, Ronin Warriors, Transformers Armada, Castlevania. Voice actor Mitsusaki Madono revealed on Twitter on Monday that voice actor Kiyoyuki Yanada had passed away. He was 57. He was born on May 10th, 1965 in Nerima, Japan. Some of Yanada's roles include Takamori Akagi in Slam Dunk, Shuten Doji in Legendary Armor Samurai Troopers, or Ronin Warriors, Megatron in Transformers Armada, Shu Aozaki in Durarara ×2, Andromon in Digimon Adventure, Grubeld Arcbeast in Berserk, Torachi Tamiya in Amegatus, Andre Camel in Detective Conan, Takeshi Oi in Death Note, Saeki in Hajime no Ippo, Gato Moka in Sorcerer Hunters, Zabin Sharu in Mobile Suit Gundam F91, and Tessai Tsukabishi in Bleach. He also voiced Richter Belmont in Castlevania franchise and Mike Hager from Capcom's Final Fight and fighting games. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. And he's only made it to 57. That's just crazy. Pop Culture Mecha Pilot. Yeah, thanks, DJ Ronnie G. You can just call me Pop for short, too, you guys. It's a little bit long to say the full thing, so just Pop is fine. G-Gundam meme showed a number of Mobile Suit Gundams being launched by rockets at the same time. The thing was the way they payload was fixed to the rockets. Ah. Are you a student of the school of Toho Fuhai? This is the best idea ever. You wanted to hate it because of the OST and coolness, but the OST and coolness won you over. Also because it replaced Wing on Toonami. Well, yes. I still like the music for Seed. Gundam Seed had excellent opening music. Like TM Revolution just slaps. Arbitral ruling finds Cooking Mama Cookstar Games release unlawful. How could it be unlawful? Tribunal finds Planet Entertainment was not authorized to distribute the game. Oh. Japanese game developer Office Create announced on its website on Thursday the Arbitral Tribunal at the International Chamber of Commerce International Court of Arbitration has found that Planet Entertainment was not authorized to release or distribute the Cooking Mama Cookstar game. The ICC Arbitral Tribunal's ruling stated the license agreement between the two companies had already been validly terminated at the time of the game's release on the Switch console eShop on March 2020. The ruling further stated that the unlicensed Cooking Mama Cookstar products infringe Office Creates trademarks under 15 U.S.C. 1114 and common law and registered copyrights under 17 U.S.C. 501. They had engaged in unfair competition, that the packaging, labeling, games themselves falsely identify the origin of goods as Office Create in violation, and that they're officially liable for their conduct. A lot of law speak I don't really understand. Office Create stated is undertaking all necessary steps to ensure that the infringing Cooking Mama Cookstar video games, digital and physical copies, are removed from the market. Office Create announced in April 2020 that it terminated Planet Entertainment's license for the game for breach of contract and was evaluating legal action against the company. Office Create claimed that while it was licensed the Cooking Mama Cookstar game to Planet Entertainment for development, the game failed to meet Office Create's standards, and Planet Entertainment had failed to address Office Create's concerns. Planet Entertainment has responded to Office Create's claims, stating that the first playable Productions Cooking Mama's Cookstar developer followed a game design previously approved by Office Create, but there were creative differences between Planet Entertainment and Office Create toward the end of the game's development, and they were supposedly outside the company's agreement and the original design. Planet Entertainment claimed that it was within its rights to publish the game with no rule in place to prevent the company from doing so. Alright. Planet Entertainment briefly released the Cooking Mama Cookstar game on the Switch consoles eShop in March 2020, but the game was removed shortly after. Planet Entertainment then released the game for PlayStation 4 in April 2021, although Office Create claimed they did not license the entity, including Planet, to develop PS4 Cooking Mama game. Office and Taito released the first Cooking Mama game on Nintendo DS in Japan in 2006. The franchise has since spawned several sequels and spin-off games such as Babysitting Mama, Gardening Mama, Camping Mama, Cooking Mama Sweet Shop, debuted in Japan for the Nintendo 3DS in 2014 and in the West in 2017. Well then, Looks like those guys will have a little bit of sorting out to do. Hey, Punkwaddle, welcome. Thank you for slapping that like button. I appreciate it. Ronnie G, you did have the same issue with SD Gundam, but you hear that they have some good gags on the show. Maybe you should look past it despite lack of pilots. You could. Seed did have good music, from what I heard. They spent a lot on music. Yeah, I enjoyed Gundam Seed's music. Very good. I liked it. You're going to lurk? You have to take trash to the dump? All right, Jake D. Appreciate you lurking. Be safe. Throw that stuff out at the dump. Remember, always don't bring back more than you take to the dump. That's the rule. Seed had mixed reviews, but it leaned more into the whiny whiny protagonist trope of anime. Yeah, Kira, eh? Just yeah, it was. I had something I had to get through though. It was on television, and then they kept stopping it and restarting from the beginning before getting to the end. So I was fed up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go buy the DVDs. So I bought the DVDs, and I just powered through the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, finally done. Gundam Seed. And then Gundam Seed Destiny came out, and I tried to watch that, and I'm like, okay, I think I've had enough of this. That's enough. And I only made it through like the first maybe 2-3 episodes. You don't eat penguins? Well, I sure hope not. Freaking cannibalism. Lots of drama. Poor Psy, Frey, Flay. Kira slept in my room last night. Oh yeah, Flay Ulster. Right. It's been so many years since I've seen Seed. But yes, you're right, Punkwall. It did have great mecha and Gundam designs. And that main ship, the one they were, oh man, I can't even remember the name of it. But that was a hell of a good main ship they had. Okay, back we go here. Polygon Pictures buys more shares, renames Malaysia studio to Polygon Pictures Malaysia. Dragon Ball Super manga resumes with new arc in December. All right. What else we got? Viz Media Manga Plus launch Cypher Academy manga in English. MF Ghost manga on hiatus due to author's poor health. Once again, another mangaka who's in poor health. These guys, they really do need a break. NHK asked Netflix to remove its titles due to ad-supported subscriptions. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Waste Strike had multiple add-on packs was cool. Yeah, Archangel, right? Archangel, that's what it's called? Not Archbase, but Archangel. Or Archangel. Netflix removes advertisements for NHK programming, continues to stream titles. The Japan Times reported on Thursday that NHK has asked Netflix to suspend distribution of all its 22 titles after Netflix launch of its new advertisement-supported subscription tier. Netflix removed advertisements for NHK programming on Wednesday and continues to stream the titles. According to the Japan Times, Netflix made a statement saying NHK had previously agreed to ad-supported streaming. NHK complained the ad-supported service was not what it had assumed it would be, and that Netflix did not explain the service to NHK until just before the service launched. NHK's policies under the Internet-related service standards forbid licensors of its content to distribute said content if there is a possibility of creating a misconception that it is recommending or advertising a certain product or service. Netflix stated it is continuing discussions with the network. Netflix launched its new advertisement-supported basic with ad subscription tier on November 3rd in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Korea, Mexico, Brazil, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, and Australia. Netflix previously stated that a limited number of its content will not be available in this tier due to licensing issues, which it said it was working on. The new subscription tier has 4 to 5 minutes of advertisements per hour and a maximum of 720p resolution for content with no downloading of content for later viewing. The ads play before and during content in 15 or 30-second lengths. Advertisers can target their ads by country and genre. Netflix stated in April it was considering adding an ad-supported streaming tier at a lower cost. Netflix made the announcement after stating it had a decrease of about 200,000 subscribers from January to March, far below the company's earlier projection of a gain of 2.5 million subscribers. This was the service's first drop in subscriptions in a decade. Netflix announced in June that it was laying off 300 employees from its workforce. The Hollywood Reporter stated that the layoffs constituted around 3% of the company's current workforce. Netflix laid off about 150 employees, mostly based in the United States, in May. The streaming service implemented a price increase in subscription plans in the US and Canada earlier this year. Well, Netflix, you better be a little more transparent when it comes to talking to people providing you with content. Where are we back to? Okay, we are back to Sunday. So that is the news of the week. We could go through the Japanese animation TV ranking. This is just for the Kanto region, I believe. And My Hero Academia Season 6 earns 3.4% rating. Spy Family earns 2.5% rating. Once again, Saze-san has a 9.6 rating. Chibi Maruko-chan a 7. Detective Conan 6.3. One Piece 3.7. Doraemon 3.4. Delicious Party Pricker 3.4. My Hero Academia Season 6 3.4. Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury 2.9. Crayon Shin-chan 2.7. Spy Family 2.5. Oshiri Tantai 1.9. That's fine. That was their ranking, the Japanese ranking in the Kanto region. What we should do, though, is look to see what people are watching here. And we'll do that by going to one of these sites here. And as you can see on the right-hand side here, it looks like Chainsaw Man is number 1. One Piece, number 2. Blue Lock, that's the soccer anime, is number 3. Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War is number 4. Spy Family Part 2 is number 5. The Eminence in Shadow is number 6. My Hero Academia Season 6 is number 7. Just Plain Old Bleach is number 8. Reincarnated as a Sword is number 9. That's good to know. That's one of my favorite shows right now. And number 10, More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers. So, that's a good... That's good news. You're making a joke because it looks like White Base, Archangel, and Dominion was the sister ship. No ads. Isn't NHK available on a free app anyway? I don't know if it is or not. If it is, watch that instead if you can. You need to find more anime? You got High Dive, but through Amazon, so you're not sure how to access any new content. Oh. Yeah, Punk Waddle, if you're interested in anime, I can always suggest some to you, depending on the genre you like and stuff like that. I can always throw out some suggestions. I've been watching it for many years, ever since the 80s anyway. So okay, well, that's news of the week. Let's continue on now to the main event, and that would be Maris the Chojo, which is part of Rumiko Takahashi's work, and she is more well known for things like Urusei Yatsura, Maison et Kuko. She did 1 Pound Gospel, Ranma 1/2. She did Inuyasha. She's done a lot more, not as well known. But yes, that was all her manga roles that she was in. And as we go up even further here, we can see the anime she was involved with. Here is Maris the Chojo. And I believe, if this is by date, she did Urusei Yatsura first, then Maison et Kuku, and then Maris the Chojo is part of the Rumiko World trilogy. So yes, Ranma, Inuyasha, and the newest Urusei Yatsura, which is out. Which is nice to see, getting a remake with newer animation. Yes, so Maris the Chojo came out in 1986. And like I say, it was part of her Rumiko World trilogy. So it was more of a one-shot. All the Rumiko World stuff is sort of one-shot and just short episodes. So as you can see, it's got typical Rumiko Takahashi artwork. Her characters, she draws a certain way, and you can tell right off the bat, it's like, yep, that's her drawing style. So we got here, we'll close that. We'll do this. Oh, hang on. No, we'll do this. There we go. And before we get too carried away. So, as we can see here, Shogakukan video as we start out. Rumiko Takahashi's Rumiko World. So yes, she definitely, it gets labeled at where it's from. And always the disclaimer, this is not a true story. But as we start out with the beginning, we're in space. And the artwork is quite good. We have our heroine right there, and with her name in the title. And they referred to it as the Super Gal. And we have 2 spaceships flying around in space. One's obviously pursuing the other for some reason. We don't know yet. And they're going through and finally, as it happens, the one ship escapes into a landing bay, but the other one's not giving up. And it shoots a missile. The door gets blown open, and our heroine arrives on the scene. We don't quite know what she's up to yet, but she has these restraints on her for some reason, but she removes them as she's going to go fight these guys. And she mops the floor with them. She is an excellent fighter, and she has the main guy that she's after. Looks like he's pretty calm and collected, except she notices there's some urine running down his leg. So apparently he's not as calm and cool as she thought. She's a little disgusted by it, as he is quite worried about her now. Okay, so now we find out that they are under arrest for smuggling drugs. And she makes quick work of that guy. And she has a little partner with her who's named Murphy, and he is a nine-tailed fox. So we should be in for some good magical tricks, I think, if I know my nine-tailed foxes. And then she's done that. That's her assignment completed, mission accomplished. She's happy. She gets to have a vacation now. But she doesn't have her restraints on, and so she is about 6 times stronger than a human being. So if she doesn't have her restraints on, she breaks a lot of stuff. Like, she has a hard time controlling her power. And her colonel reminds her of it. It's your 3rd ship that you've broken. And as in typical Rumiko Takahashi style, she really plays up the comedy. This is quite a funny show. Just you know what to expect. If you watch Ranma, if you watched Yurusei Yatsura, Inuyasha, any of those, they have the same type of comedy. So she has to get a new ship. But at least she gets to go on her vacation. So she goes to a planet where she can relax. But she doesn't relax very much. She's playing a little bit of a game here. What we find out is she attracts a fella in there, and she's like, "You're going to hire me as a human taxi because I need the money." And he's like, "Uh-oh, okay, I'll hire you." Oh, and what's funny is if you watch this beach scene, you'll see there's a girl with tiger striped socks on. Well, who could that be? A little bit of a throw in from her earlier series, Yurusei Yatsura. That could be Lum, but we don't know. And they also have a lot of what do you call it? The musical interludes, where they just fire up a song and they just show the backgrounds that are going on, and words just show up on the screen here. And also there's a lot of I want to say there's a lot of homages to other animes in here that I've seen. When I watch this, I'm like, could that be what she's alluding to? But it's tough to say. You don't know too many magical foxes? Well, Naruto was one. The nine-tailed fox played a big part in that show. But yeah, I thought he might have been a tanuki to begin with, but no, that wasn't right. He's a nine-tailed fox. So she's being a human taxi. She takes her client to where he's got to be, and he pays her 5,000 credits. So she's always after the money. If you see her hair clip, it's the symbol of a yen. So I think that indicates that she really likes her money. Oh, and she's staying here. We'll have to do a little bit of a quick skip here because this is sort of your little, what do you call it, gratuitous shower scene. So we'll just zip by. Because, YouTube. She gets a call. She gets called over to the vid phone. It's her parents. They're asking her for money. It's like, can you lend us some money? We've caused some damage because your dad is a drunk and his restraints broke. So he caused a bunch of damage. He was drunk, so he didn't realize it, she says. And it's like, oh, okay. And he caused a lot of damage. So the shop owner says, somebody better pay or I'm going to call the police. A Ranma comedy with spaceships sold. Well, that's right, DJ Ronnie G. It's pretty much what it boils down to. And this did come out before Ranma. But after Yurusei Yasura and Maison Ikoku. So she ends up having to help her parents out with some money. But then her mother's like, oh, it's too bad. It's too bad you were part of the ships that had to leave our planet. And then she recalls back to the time when her planet, everyone had to leave it. And if you look here, I swear that she's got the captain there saluting. That's got to be from Star Blazers or Uchu Senkan Yamato, because that's what he looks like, and he's saluting. So I swear she did that as an homage to it. But everyone's gathered around and they're watching. She's just a young girl. She's watching her planet, and it explodes. And so they are out in space, adrift. So she agrees to her parents. I'm going to get an advance and I'll send whatever I can. But after her shower, she had shut off the water, but she shut it off a little too hard. So apparently it was a big flood. Yeah, you can see the Yamato captain too. Yeah, I know, eh? Just little subtle things like that. So she gets another ship because she ruined her last one. She doesn't like it. And she's complaining. She had to work her whole time when she was on the vacation. She doesn't want to be poor. She hates being poor. But her superior officer covers her for the damages and such. And reminds her, I saved you from your last job. And what was her last job? She was a pro wrestler. And he tells her that her next mission has to be to rescue the son of a high official who's been kidnapped. They're on the planet Moroi, and they want a huge ransom. And here's the pictures of what he looks like. Right away, she is quite interested. His name is Kogana Maru. And he's very extremely rich. So right away, she gets the dollar signs in her eyes. And she's coming to rescue him. Of course, she fantasizes about how it's going to go. She'll rescue him and he'll marry her and she'll get lots of money. She loves her money. So she gets quite frustrated about how things are going in her life, and she wants to get away from this miserable life, and the only way she can do it is by marrying the billionaire's son. But why are there so many of them around her right now? Because that fox, the nine-tailed fox, can multiply himself into the same person. But so at the planet Moroi, here are the kidnappers. They've kidnapped that billionaire's son. He wants to kill the hostage as a warning, but she's like, no, we should kill the police instead. So they live in a rundown fortress, and they want to get the money to make a new fortress. And apparently she's wearing some restraints as well, so we don't know whether she's from the same planet as Maris. And her name's Sue, so the fella in the mask is like, attack! Attack! And you can tell how good quality their base is because she has to kick the door to get it to open. And so here she comes. But they recognize each other. Sue and Maris have seen each other before. Back when they were pro wrestlers and they had to wrestle each other. And so now the insulting begins. You sank so low as to join the special police. And you're just a pawn. So now they're going to engage in a dogfight in space. And it looks like Maris gets shot down, and they're entering the atmosphere, and it's not going very well. The speed is increasing, the heat is unbearable. The things are just, it's going to be a crash landing. Everything's tearing apart. But she survives. Her and Murphy survive. A woman obsessed with money? Sexism. Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. She survived the crash with Murphy. Her restraints broke. And now it's a time for another musical interlude as they go across the desert of this planet, looking for a place for civilization. And it just goes on as they go through the desert. And on, and she's on her last legs. She can't make it. But what's this? Water in the middle of the desert? Can't be. Look at that. She keeps trying to chase it and grab it, but she can't. Is it a mirage? Nope. It's the fox again. He's causing all sorts of mischief to make her think. And he's like, do you feel better now? And she's gonna punch his lights out. Oh, but I believe there's a rescue plane coming. And it goes around and it sees her. And he's found the survivors. And he's going to rescue them now. Except he crashes into the side of the mountain. So much for their rescue. This is typical Rumiko Takahashi humor. I think eventually they make it to a town. Not a very good town, but it's a town nonetheless. She has to look for a way to earn some money. And she sees, oh, look, a wrestling poster. But the place is in a shambles. And there is no wrestling to be had. And she is at her wit's end. She is very defeated. But her superior officer happens to come along after he lost her signal. And he tells her, you know, you have to get back to headquarters here. We'll take you back to the special police headquarters. So he tells her 4 ships, advance pay, new restraints, 30-year loan at 100,000 credits a month, plus a bonus of 30,000 credits. That should cover everything. And your new ship's ready. He's like, good luck. So she gets an emergency call, and who's it from? It's her parents again, asking for more money. And she's just had enough. Like, you know what? Click. She turns it off. I'm not even going to entertain you anymore. I've had enough. So she swears she's going to get rich to buy a planet where they won't need restraints. And she takes off to find the kidnapped Kagemaru. She is quite obsessed with him. She's like, I'm going to save you. Murphy's worried because he's like right in front of their base and nothing's happened. But Sue comes out and she is going to fire a rocket which takes out the landing gear, which makes it so that the masked fella tells her, get out, and we're taking you prisoner. So Sue puts a control lock on her restraints, so she can't remove her restraints. So now she just has the strength of a regular human being. And off they go. So she's going to make her suffer. And says you're going to try to scare off the rest of the police by making her suffer as she slowly ends her life. Oh, there's the victim, the kidnapping victim. He's all tied up. But he's a dummy. So what does that mean? So Sue describes to her that she's only strength number 3. She can never beat Maris if Maris had her restraints off. But Maris has her restraints on. So she says she's going to beat her as she takes off her restraints. And it's not fair, but she says to her, I'm going to kill you slowly. And being poor is to blame. And so the battle begins as the ring pops up. And they have a fierce battle. Poor Maris is just getting decimated as Sue just throws her around like a rag doll. You got suplexes and body slams and pile drivers. And poor Maris is just getting beaten to a pulp. And you can't step outside the ring, because if you step outside the ring, guns shoot at you and keep you in the ring. And so Sue just keeps throwing her into the support poles. And finally, she lands a blow which cracks the bottom of the mat. And they fall into the basement. But what happens? Oh, there's a bunch of Marises now. She says, which is the real one? Well, she takes out a remote control for that locking mechanism and gives her a charge and finds out right away who the original is. But Murphy sees the remote control and he makes a grab for it. But unfortunately, it slides just out of his reach. And Sue's like, yeah, she'll be dead before you can get it. She's going to crack her spine. And Murphy keeps trying to get it. And she's tracking her spine. And he's trying to get it. And it keeps getting further away. And it falls down the hole. But he tries his best to change into different animals, and he finally does. He grabs it with his tongue. He pushes the button, sets her free, and off come the restraints, and boom! Sue gets pounded away, right into the wall. And now Maris is going to make sure she grabs a large beam and starts smashing her base. And she's begging her to stop, and she's like, nope, not going to stop. But down comes her masked accomplice. He's like, no, I'm taking you and the hostage with me. But she's like, no, we should give up. She's wrecked my base. And the reveal is, it's the person that was supposed to be kidnapped. He was so bored he decided to try being a crime lord. Which is what happens to those rich kids, right? They just get bored with stuff, so they're like, yeah, I'm going to be evil. And he thanks her, you did great. And he rewards her with a kiss. And she can't believe it. This is her dreams come true. This rich guy has given her a kiss, and she figures she's going to live happily ever after. She remembers her past, flashes through her mind, and back to the present. But then poor Sue is crying as well. Her world, she was so poor on it. Maris is like, we have to go. Koganamaru, we've got to go back to your father. But he's like, I can't. He feels pity for Sue. And he's like, no, I don't hate you. But he's like, let's get married. And of course, Maris is just over the edge now. She can't take it. She can't believe that it went that way. The person she was supposed to rescue is going to marry the person that kidnapped him. And they live happily ever after. Maris, however, does not. She is just losing her mind as Murphy's trying to restrain her, and her superior officer is trying to calm her down. So she can't take it. And her famous catchphrase, being poor is to blame, which gets said quite a bit in this show. And that's the end. Although, one thing I've noticed, and I haven't seen in a lot of shows, is that they do a blooper reel, if you can believe it. They animated bloopers for some of the scenes, which is, to me, is just like an extra added bonus, like to do that. I know there's been other ones, I think, where they've animated bloopers. I can't think of them right off the top of my head. But that is pretty funny that they would go through that much to animate bloopers, a blooper reel at the end. Which I think is great. You don't see a lot of that anymore. I'd like to see, a little more silly and silly animes. Give you a good laugh. Which is what we need from time to time. We need a good laugh every once in a while. And that's it. That is Maris the Chojo from Rumiko Takahashi. I had a quite enjoyable time watching it. It was, it's only one episode and it's just 48 minutes long. So I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. It was, It's good to get out there and watch some of the classic ones. Some you don't hear about at all. You love the absurdity of an animated blooper reel. Yeah, I know they did it in Toy Story. But yeah, as far as anime shows, I know there's more out there. I just can't think of them right now. So yeah, I mean, Rumiko Takahashi, very, very good creator of anime and manga, like doing like famous ones. Inuyasha is a big one. Ranma, that was a big one too. You know, Odysee Yatsura. I mean, it's got the remake, and you know that'll pull in a whole new generation of people to watch the show, which I think is a good idea. If they could do more remakes, just like with higher quality animation and such, and now because of the dubbing industry and you have better actors and such like that, they can make it so that people will be more drawn into it. And because it's more mainstream now, putting it on television is a lot easier. So yes, Maris the Chojo. Hope everyone had a good laugh over that. If you're so inclined, you can find it out there and give it a watch. It's pretty darn good. Animation-wise, I would say it's a little bit. It's not OVA quality that you'd expect. I mean, depending on which studio did it. Shogokuken Shueisha Productions. Okay, that's who did it. But yeah, hey, no problem, DJ Ronnie G. Hope you enjoyed it. I am going to have to come up with another one to watch next week. And a hello to you, Dragon Ruse. Yeah, next week I'll try to find another hidden gem from anime shows of past years. See what I can come up with. On Tuesday, it will be Trades Talk Tuesday, where I'll discuss the skilled trades and anything that some of the projects I've been around and been a part of, things I've seen. And then next Saturday will be more Advance Wars. I've passed the tutorial. I know that was quite the endeavor, but now I'm past the tutorial and getting into the main campaign. So I get to see how far I'm going to make it in that. And hopefully I can conquer all who get in my way. And then next Sunday again, Sunday anime. And make some anime, check some anime shows. I know Punk Waddle said he was looking for an anime show to watch. I'm say it all depends on what you like for genre, because there's a lot out there, old and new. You got your political drama, you got your comedy, your sci-fi, you got your rom-com. I don't know if you were around for that, but when we went over the news, there's a new pole dancing anime coming out, if you can believe it. So I'm waiting for the hockey anime to come out. I really want to see that, whether they can capture the speed and finesse of hockey. I will definitely Definitely watch that when it comes out. What We Do in Life echoes in Wupala. Yes, exactly. Is that where all the warriors go? To Wupala? There's an anime about egg. Yep, you got her. You nailed it, Punkwaddle. There's an anime about everything. Like me, I'm a Lee J. Matsumoto fan, so when I see things like Star Blazers, Queen Emeralda's, Space Pirate Captain Harlock, I watch that because it's done very well. Or Galaxy Express 39, another classic. You know, that one deals with like the existential crisis of whether you want to remain human or do you want to put your mind into that of a robot and live forever but never have any emotions or being able to feel again or taste anything. Indeed, Comrade Mechanic, if you die in Pokemon Battle, Nurse Joyce will take you there. Yes. Oh, 3-9 was your first anime. Nice, DJ Ronnie G. That's great. So that's some good stuff. For some reason, the whole family watched it together before you were 5, and your dad would read the subtitles. Hey, that is great. That is a high quality anime to watch. And there's cameos too. If you read the manga of Galaxy Express 39, you'll see like the Yamato go flying by, or it'll be parked at a station where the train stops. And it's like, wow. Or you'll see Captain Harlock ships go by, or Queen Emeralda's, and it's like, there you go. Nice little cameos like that, when you're out on the Galactic Railroad, you'll see characters or ships from his other works, which that's a form of fan service, really. And, he gives you a little smile and like, oh yeah, hey, I know that show. Or even watching stuff from Studio Ghibli, like Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke, Castle in the Sky. All those ones that they're able to come up with. My Neighbor Totoro, a classic from years gone by. I should have it here too in my list of watched shows. Here it is. My Neighbor Totoro. That was from 1988. That's almost 35 years ago. Yeah, Spirited Away, Ponyo, Kiki's Delivery Service. If you watch the dub of Kiki's Delivery Service, Phil Hartman does the voice of Gigi, her cat. And Phil Hartman was on The Simpsons as Troy McClure, so you get to hear his voice for a while. The Secret World of Arrietty, Wolf Children. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, Studio Ghibli. Very good. Hayao Miyazaki. That's it. So he was involved in a lot of Ghibli. What do we see here? What's Lupin the Third? He was a director for that. Yeah, Studio Ghibli had great voice actors for the dubs. Sure they did. And they have that animation style where you're just like, that is a Ghibli movie I know that right off the bat. You see it. Oh, and Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. So we watched that not too long ago. That was pretty good. It had the dub had Mark Hamill as one of the mayors of one of the cities, if you can believe it. So that was pretty crazy. And Nausicaa, if you recall, okay, we're getting into useless trivia facts, which is one of my specialties, but in Star Trek The Next Generation, Captain Picard was stabbed by some Nausicaans. Well, that's where they got the name from. They took it from Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. A little bit of trivia there for you in case you didn't know. And if you did know, good on you. Yes, there was other ones I wanted to see here. A list of Ghibli films. I think, what was that one? Porco Rosso? I haven't seen that one yet, but that seems like a good one to watch. Porco Rosso. And yeah, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away. Actually, I should be able to do a better job finding Studio Ghibli. There we go. This will have a better... What? Taiko no Tatsujin 15 Shuriken short. Okay. So a little short drumming anime. May and the Baby Cat Bus. Oh, and Grave of the Fireflies. Yikes. You want to grab your Kleenex for that one. I mean, this takes place after World War II in Japan. Like after the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And yeah, if you haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies, you're gonna have quite the tears in your eyes if you ever watch that one. It is a classic, and you should at least watch it once. Maybe not around all your friends. Maybe just by yourself. No thanks, you only do happy. Okay, Jake D. Sometimes you gotta experience the sad to be happy, though. Yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service. Porco Rosso, there it is, from 1992. A lot of these I haven't heard of. I have heard of Pompoko, but I haven't watched it. Princess Mononoke, My Neighbors the Yamadas, the Ghiblis. Yeah, there's Spirited Away. The Cat Returns. May and the Baby Cat Bus. Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, I've seen that one. What else? Tales from Earthsea. I haven't seen that one. Oh, Ponyo. Secret World of Arrietty. Makia, When the Promised Flower Blooms Filled My Misery Reserves for a Lifetime. Okay, there you go. The saddest moment in anime is when Ash let Butterfree go. Or let Butterfree free. Did I see that one? I can't remember. What is this stream about? Oh, hello, Alex Moore. We were just talking about the anime Maris the Chojo, and then we got into talking about some of the other franchises out there. And then I started to talk about Leiji Matsumoto and all his franchise, or all his stories that he's written and different characters. And then we got into the Ghibli universe, which always has a lot of good voice actors and excellent film quality. Like, the animation is just excellent. Have y'all heard about Ash winning the world championship? You bet. Because how did he win? Did he counter a counter with a counter? And it's like, okay, finally, after 25 years, he gets to win a championship. That was a long time. What else we got? Borrow the Caterpillar. Nope. Earwig and the Witch. That looks all CGI, that one, from 2020. Zen, Grogu, and Dust Bunnies. Oh, I heard about this. It's like Grogu from The Mandalorian and the little Dust Bunnies from, like, what do you call it? Can't remember if they were on Totoro or not, the little Dust Bunnies, or maybe it was Spirited Away. More realistic, takes a long time to train to be a master. But he's still 10. Took me 25 years and I'm still 10 years old. Or maybe he's 12 now, I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't watched any of the newest Pokemon shows to know whether they've aged him up a bit. But yeah, that's Grogu and the Dust Bunnies. And then there's one that's to be announced. Kimitachi wa do ikuru ka. It's a drama. Miyazaki derived the film's title from writer Genzaburo Yoshino's 1937 masterpiece of the same name. He added that this book is a story that has great meaning to the protagonist of his film. Yoshino's book centers around a man named Kopperu and his uncle, and through Kopperu's spiritual growth, it discusses how to live as human beings. Wow, that sounds pretty deep. And that is going to be, it says here, a movie. So it's going to be made as a movie, but they're not sure when it's going to be released. Okay. "25 years and doesn't age? Wow, each episode is less than a day in the life I... It could be. You never know. Each episode could be like an hour in their lives. So yes, Studio Ghibli, people, if you've definitely seen some of their work, it is quite good. And Hayao Miyazaki does an excellent job with his characters. Almost like a slice of life, some of them. Punkwaddle's Ponderances, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. I look forward to more of those, Punkwaddle. If you have some more ponderances coming up, really makes you think. Oh, we've been going for a little while now. Hope everybody's having a good time. Please slap that like button if you can. Help me out a bit. I don't know what YouTube's problem is, but they sure don't like promoting me to anybody, so it's something we got to fight through. Need to get back into the Ponderance studio. Yeah, there you go. I'm sure you'll come up with something. We're getting close to the end of the month here. It's going to be December soon. Time to put up the tree, put up the lights. Deal with the cold temperatures coming. Where I'm at, it's supposed to drop tomorrow. Getting into the minus 13s, minus 15s Celsius. So yeah, and a bundle up and keep warm. And don't forget, when you watch anime, you don't have to watch a show that has, 80 episodes, 40 episodes. You can pick ones. Either some of them are one-shots, some of them maybe have 6 episodes. If you're going to watch Macross Plus, it's got 4 episodes. All sorts of different kinds of, you can get the compressed versions if you watch a movie, which will compress all the events of like one season. Then it gives you the gist of what's going on. So if you got more time, then you can watch the episodic storylines and, enjoy them and see what goes on. You're starting Macross next year. Awesome, Alex Moore. That is great. Which one are you starting out with? Are you going to start with like the original 1982 Super Dimensional Fortress Macross? Because that is a good start. Or you could watch Macross Do You Remember Love, which what it does is, like I said, it compresses everything into like one movie. Yes, okay, SDFM. Okay, good. 36 episodes. That's pretty good. That'll give you a good foundation to start when you're on your Macross journey, because there's so many after that. You got Macross 7, Macross Plus, Macross 0, Macross Frontier, which is my own personal favorite, and Macross Delta. And all the movies in between too. There's every series has a movie, which compresses everything down into the length of a movie and gives you the general idea of what's going on. And I wouldn't shy away from the older shows. I know some people are like, I just watch new stuff. I can't stand watching the old stuff. It doesn't look good. But that's where it all came from. So you got to have a little bit of appreciation for what has come before and how everything was all hand drawn. And where you can see some of the ideas for the new stuff has come from the old. Oh, if you like trains, you can watch Rail Wars. It's an anime about trains and people working at the train, with the trains, on the trains, at the train stations. It's fairly new, 2014, but that was a fun one. I liked it. Of course, I like trains, so it was right up my alley. Street Fighter 2, you like watching guys beat each other up with different styles? Street Fighter 2V. Once again, back in the day, 1995, I bought this on VHS. I bought all the volumes on VHS. 29 episodes. Yeah, that's what it was. And it takes up a lot of space on VHS. VHSs take up a lot of space. But at the time, that's all I could afford. And that's all I could get. You were happy to get anime of any kind back in the day. It was not as readily available as it is now. Right now, you go over your computer, click, 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 done. You're watching it on Crunchyroll, High Dive, Hulu, wherever else it might be. Back in the day, nope. It's nice that some have come over to DVD. Yes. Yeah, and yes, physical media. I will always be a big proponent of physical media. It's important. It can't be taken away from you. It's It's there. Once you have it, you own that. They can't come and take it away from you. They can't censor it on you. They can't take it away so that, oh, well, you were all streaming it, but we're going to get rid of it. I was watching, what was it? Oh, looking on Twitter, and was the Netflix was like, oh, well, Spectacular Spider-Man is only going to be available until the 15th, and then we're taking it away. And it's like, okay, why? What's the problem? Why didn't, and the two guys that were talking about it were like, yep, well, got to buy your physical media. And I'm like, yep, that's exactly why. You can pull it out anytime you want and watch it. And you can share it with a friend. And you can lend it to them. You can like, here you go, watch this show, it's good. The only unfortunate thing about Street Fighter 2V was I can only buy the dubbed VHSs. But I did grab one DVD of it that I could find. Oh, and Vampire Hunter D. There's another classic. Vampire Hunter D. The fella that did the character designs for Final Fantasy, he did the character designs for Vampire Hunter D, if you can believe it. So it was, oh yes, there's Vampire Hunter D, and then the sequel is Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which was, I enjoyed both of them. Very good movies. And it looks like a few other people have completed it as well. The anime guy watched it, Nerdtorial watched it, Vin Zinger, and myself. He said pull out. Oh, Dragon Ruse. Alright, people, I think I'm going to call it a stream. It's been just wonderful talking with you today. I always have an excellent time when everybody shows up and we share our thoughts on all sorts of animes. Not Blaine. Blaine didn't watch it. I don't know. It seems to me that would be something he would watch. Blaine has watched way more than I have. Like, we are talking way more stuff. If I can find him on here. Yeah. Okay, so I've watched 166 anime. So 166. Blaine has watched 623. He's watched 6 times more anime than I have. So yeah, he had to have seen it. But we can always ask him when he comes back from his Japan trip. Because, we get to hang out with him 7 p.m. Pacific time during the week. And he's got a pretty fun show. I like his show. It's been fun? Yeah, Punk Waddle. I enjoy it too. Enjoy it when everybody comes by and we can have a good chat. Everyone, as long as you're not sick of hearing me, I'll keep doing this because I enjoy our time together. Makes for a fun day. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to do like a chill stream during the evening, where everybody can stop by and we can just talk about anything you want. It's not gonna be anime. It's not gonna be a gaming stream. Just whatever you guys want to talk about. We'll do a chill evening stream one of these days. I'll let everybody know. I'll send it out. You like waking up to these streams? Well, that's great. I'm glad you do, Alex, because, I'm an early riser. I get up about I'm supposed to sleep in on the weekends. I get up about 6 in the morning, so for me, that's sleeping in. So gives me time to, the best time for me to when I can stream without any distraction. When you get in chat becomes evil. Yeah, I guess are you our resident evil chatter? Not Resident Evil, but you are a resident evil chatter. And I'm okay with that. So yes. Time for a few things here. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Everybody from Jake D and Punk Waddle and Alex and Dragon Ruse. And have I missed anyone? DJ Ronnie G. Always great to see you around. I believe that was everyone that showed up. Anyone that's lurking, I appreciate you too. Slap the like button, please. And tell your friends, spread the word, please. There's other channels out there too. People making good content. You see guys like Pacific 414 and Blaine, it's Escape Corner, Ronin66, DJ Ronnie G, the Brandon the Anime Guy, the Nurporeal Lifeform, and Punk Waddle at Floral from Under a Rock. I'm out there on Twitter. I've got my videos on Bitchute, Odysee, and Rumble. I stream on YouTube and Twitch. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. I hope to see you guys the next time I'm on. Until then, I have been your host, Pop Culture Mechanic, and I am signing off.